My wife falsely accused me of sexually assaulting my daughter after a dream, but our cameras exposed the truth. I woke up Tuesday morning to my wife Amanda screaming at me to get away from our daughter. I was so confused I couldn't even form words. Amanda was standing in the doorway of our bedroom, her face red and covered in tears, pointing at me like I was some kind of monster. Our daughter Sophie, who's 7 years old, was still asleep down the hall. I had no idea what was happening. Amanda kept yelling that she knew what I did, that she saw it, that she was calling the police right now. I jumped out of bed asking what she was talking about. She said she had a dream, but it wasn't just a dream. It felt completely real. She described seeing me go into Sophie's room in the middle of the night and do horrible things I can't even repeat. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. I tried to tell her it was just a nightmare, that nothing like that ever happened, but she wouldn't listen. She was convinced it was a repressed memory or some kind of vision showing her the truth. Amanda grabbed Sophie and locked herself in our daughter's bedroom. I could hear Sophie crying and asking what was wrong. My wife was telling her that Daddy hurt her and asking if Sophie remembered anything bad happening. Sophie kept saying no, that she didn't know what Mommy was talking about, but Amanda kept pushing, asking if she was sure, if maybe she forgot, if Daddy ever made her feel uncomfortable. I was standing outside the door begging Amanda to stop. This was insane. Nothing happened. I would never, ever hurt our daughter, but the more I tried to defend myself, the more guilty Amanda said I sounded. She called her sister to come pick them up, said she was taking Sophie to the hospital to get examined and then filing for emergency custody. I was panicking. This dream was about to destroy my entire life. That's when I remembered something. 6 months ago, after our house got broken into, I installed security cameras everywhere. Living room, kitchen, hallway, even one pointing at Sophie's bedroom door from the hallway. We never took them down. I pulled out my phone and opened the security app. I went back to last night's footage and watched the entire night on fast forward. Amanda and I went to bed at 10:30. Neither of us left our room until Amanda got up screaming at 6:45 this morning. I checked the camera aimed at Sophie's door. Nobody went in or out of her room from bedtime at 8 p.m. until Amanda busted in there at 6:50 this morning. I had proof, video proof, that nothing happened. I knocked on Sophie's door and told Amanda I had something she needed to see. She cracked the door open just enough to glare at me. I held up my phone and showed her the footage. Explained that the cameras recorded everything and I could prove I never left our bedroom. At first she didn't want to look. She said I probably deleted the real footage or edited it somehow, but I showed her the timestamps, the continuous recording, everything. I pulled up the entire night on our TV in the living room. 8 hours of footage showing our hallway completely empty. Nobody walking around, nobody going into Sophie's room, nothing. Amanda watched the whole thing in silence. I could see her face changing as reality started to sink in. The dream had felt so vivid and so real that she'd convinced herself it was a memory, but the cameras didn't lie. After she finished watching, Amanda just collapsed on the couch crying. She kept apologizing over and over, saying she didn't know what was wrong with her, that the dream was so detailed and felt so true that she couldn't tell the difference between it and reality. I was relieved, but also terrified of what almost happened. If we hadn't installed those cameras after the break-in, I would have had no way to prove my innocence. Amanda's sister would have taken Sophie. The police would have been called. My life would have been over based on a dream. We took Amanda to see a doctor that same week. Turns out she'd been dealing with severe anxiety and sleep problems for months, but never told me. The doctor said intense stress can cause extremely vivid dreams that feel like real memories. She started therapy and medication to help manage it. Sophie stayed confused about the whole thing for a while. We explained that Mommy had a scary nightmare that made her very upset, but that everything was okay now. That Daddy would never hurt her and Mommy just got scared by a bad dream. It took weeks for things to feel normal again. Amanda felt horrible about accusing me. She couldn't believe she'd questioned Sophie like that and almost tore our family apart. I installed even more cameras after that incident, not because I didn't trust Amanda, but because I realized how easily someone's word against mine could destroy everything. Those cameras saved my life and my family.